And welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 500,000 subscribers. Again, we're doing great thanks to you. So continue to hit subscribe, watch, comment, and share because the insanity, it's just not stopping. Now, this morning, something I talk about every single day here on this channel, Representative Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna held a press conference with the victims of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. And yesterday, Thomas Massie, yes, Massie, a Republican, filed a discharge petition to force a vote on their bill that presses the DOJ to release all of the files related to Epstein, complete, unredacted. This is what Massie had to say. Play the clip.
The Washington establishment is asking the American public to believe something that is not believable. They're asking you to believe that two individuals created hundreds of victims and they acted alone, and that the DOJ has no idea of who else might have been involved, that nobody else did anything that rose to a criminal enterprise. The American people know that's not true. Now, the Speaker of the House just offered a fig leaf to my colleagues. They're going to vote on a non-binding resolution today that does absolutely nothing. I appreciate the efforts of my colleague, James Comer, who's leading the Oversight Committee. They may find some information, but they're allowing the DOJ to curate all of the information that the DOJ is giving them. If you've looked at the pages they've released so far, they're heavily redacted. Some pages are entirely redacted. And 97% of this is already in the public domain. So I'm calling on my colleagues. Be one of the next two who sponsors this discharge petition.
Yeah. One of two. Imagine they can't get two more on something like this. Now, many of the victims, they spoke during this press conference, covered, by the way, in its entirety, and still going on by the Midas Touch Network. You're not seeing that on mainstream or cable news. They in and out. Oh, Trump's with the Polish president. No, not Midas Touch. They're following every single word, not moving from it uninterrupted. And you know what? Kudos to them. So as I was saying, many of these victims, they spoke at this press conference asking representatives to please sign the petition. Survivor Anuska DiGiorgio, she pled with Trump. She pled with him to use his power as the president and to influence to help them. Play the clip.
You have a choice. Stand with the truth or with the lies that have protected predators for decades. I am no longer weak. I am no longer powerless. And I'm no longer alone. And with your vote, neither will the next generation be. President Trump, you have so much influence and power in this situation. Please use that influence and power to help us, because we need it now and this country needs it now. Thank you.
If that didn't give you chills, I don't know what will. I mean, this isn't partisan. This is right from the heart, straight to an issue that needs to be discussed, that needs accountability, that needs for these victims to be heard and for justice. Now, another survivor suggested that they would compile, get a load of this, they're not going to wait. They're going to compile their own list of names. Imagine that. Imagine what's going to be like. I'll be covering it, that's for sure. Imagine, though, when those names come out. Play the clip.
And also, I would like to announce here today, us Epstein survivors have been discussing creating our own list. We know the names. Many of us were abused by them. Now, together as survivors, we will confidentially compile the names we all know who were regularly in the Epstein world. And it will be done by survivors and for survivors. No one else is involved. Stay tuned for more details.
Wow. That's going to be truly explosive. Another survivor said that Epstein bragged about his friends regularly, continuously bragging, one of whom, of course, President Donald J. Trump. Play that clip.
My first trip to the Palm Beach residence, I drove there from the airport with Ghislaine Maxwell, and Jeffrey and Ghislaine were always very boastful about their friends, their famous or powerful friends, and his biggest brag forever was that he was very good friends with Donald Trump. He had an 8x10 framed picture of him on his desk with the two of them. They were very close.
Yeah. I mean, we all knew that. Jeffrey Epstein made it clear that he was friendly with Trump. He did it in his own deposition. Now, survivor Jenna Lisa Jones said that it is time Trump stops protecting these folks and starts to protect the people. Namely, of course, she's talking about the survivors, the victims. Play the clip.
You are a person who has chosen to serve in an elected position to stand up for those you represent who cannot always stand up for themselves. We are those people. We are the Americans that you promised to protect. And we need your help. Please, President Trump, pass this bill and help us. Make us feel like our voices are finally being heard. Thank you.
It's so easy, too. I mean, it's not like they hadn't campaigned on it. They haven't talked about it for years. Just release the files. Release the files that, I don't know, Pam Bondi claimed were just sitting on her desk. Meanwhile, let me jump to another survivor, Marina Lacerda. She said that she wants the documents released. For what reason? So that she can heal. It's powerful. Play the clip.
Worst part is that the government is still in possession right now of the documents and information about that could help me remember and get over all of this maybe and help me heal. They have documents with my name on them that were confiscated from Jeffrey Epstein's house and could help me put the pieces of my own life back together. But I don't have any of it. And I know the same is true for many of these women. We are here to support this bill today, not only for transparency, but for the American people. But if the government is going to release these documents to the public, describing the crimes committed by Jeffrey Epstein and others, the least that they can do is give me my documents that they have about me. The other survivors deserve the same respect from our government. While identifying information must be redacted to the public, it is equally important to provide the victims themselves with unredacted information.
Yeah, 100% right. Mind you, again, people are already commenting, yeah, well, how could she not know? How could she not remember? What does she need to refresh her memory? My friends, let me remind you, these women that are up there today standing, pouring out their hearts, exposing their souls, were children, 13, 14, 15 years of age, traumatized. So when she says that she needs this to piece together her life so that she can heal, why would anybody not believe that? Now, mind you, one of the lawyers of the survivors explained that in the year 2009, Trump claimed that he was willing to help them with the investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. 2009. So the question that everyone should be asking themselves right now, what's changed? Play the clip.
First, and then I'll let them. They're much more important than me, but I don't understand why it's a hostile act. I can tell you that I talked to President Trump back in 2009, and several times after that. He didn't think that it was a hoax then. In fact, he helped me. He got on the phone. He told me things that were helping our investigation. Now, our investigation wasn't looking into him, but he was helping us then. He didn't treat this as a hoax. So at this point in time, I would hope that he would revert back to what he was saying to get elected, which is, I want transparency. This about face that occurred, none of us understand it. In fact, I don't understand how this is an issue that's even up for debate. How do you not stand behind these women after you've heard their stories and know that hundreds of them were abused, and it was only because files are being kept in secrecy? The world should know who he is, who protected him, and the other people that are out there to be investigated need to be investigated.
100%. I mean, is that not the clearest statement that anybody could possibly make? Now, another survivor goes on and says that she hopes that any representative that goes against this bill gets ousted. I agree. Play the clip.
It's time you do is right by us. Unseal all the documents. We are requesting transparency, and I am requesting every congressman and woman that goes against this bill be outed. I want to know. Thank you.
And they would deserve to be outed and thrown out of their post. Cowards. Now, as I've shown you in the past videos, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she started to speak out against Trump, and very, very vociferously. She spoke at the press conference as well. Play the clip.
All of the fault belongs to the evil people that do these things to the innocent. This is the most important fight we can wage here in Congress, is fighting for innocent people that never receive justice. And the women behind me have never received justice. And do you want to know why? It's because Jeffrey Epstein somehow was able to walk among the most rich, powerful people, not only in America, but foreign countries. Yesterday, I heard countries like Saudi Arabia, Russia, and even Israel, and other countries. The truth needs to come out, and the government holds the truth. The cases that are sealed hold the truth. Jeffrey Epstein's estate holds the truth. The FBI, the DOJ, and the CIA holds the truth. And the truth we are demanding come out on behalf of these women, but also as a strong message to every innocent child, teenager, woman, and man that is being held captive in abuse. This should never happen in America, and it should never be a political issue that divides us.
Wow. Hard to imagine that I absolutely 100% agree with Marjorie Taylor Greene on something. Now, as I wrote in my Substack of today, and I want to show you the beginning and the very end of it, I touch exactly on this topic and the importance of the release, unredacted. You've heard me say it 1,000 times, unredacted except for the names of the victims, unredacted to Congress and to the American people. Let me show you how I start this Substack off. In it, my post, Trump cannot outrun Epstein's survivors. Epstein's victims are done with silence. They're naming names, demanding Trump release the crime files, and daring Washington to confront the rot it spent decades protecting. As I write, imagine carrying around a secret so enormous it corrodes your soul. A story so radioactive that even whispering it could detonate reputations, governments, and dynasties. Imagine living 4 decades with the weight of knowing what Jeffrey Epstein did to you and what you saw him do to others, knowing the names of the powerful who enabled it, joined in it, or looked the other way. Now imagine having the strength after years of silence, shame, and survival to finally stand up and tell it. I then go on to say, in the files are not just paper. They are accountability. They are proof of who knew, who enabled, who profited, and who prayed. If released, they will not only reshape the public understanding of Epstein's crimes, but also expose the machinery of power that shielded him. For this nightmare, Trump can stall, spin, and sneer all he wants. But he cannot, let me say it again, cannot silence the victims. Not anymore. They are here. They are loud, and they are demanding justice. The question is whether this Congress and this president have the courage to face what happens when those secrets finally see the light. Because one thing is certain, the truth is coming, and it won't wait another 40 years. And that's why each and every one of us should ensure that any member of Congress, anyone, Republican, Democrat, Independent, that does not sign on to this, the full and unredacted release of the Epstein crime files, should never, ever be a member of Congress. That they should never be permitted to wear that sacred pin. And as always, thanks for listening. Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.